kills.
And we're back again with another episode of Bikini Bottom Banter.
Yes, sir.
And this week we watched, hope I don't butcher this, Musclebob Buffpants and Squidward the Unfriendly Ghost.
Yeah.
So we'll start off with, I'm just going to, Musclebob.
All right.
Because the lengthy title. They should have changed the opening too.
Oh, yeah.
That would have been cool. So the premise of this episode is Spongebob is lifting his little teddy bears and stuffed animals trying to get buff. Or Sandy comes in there and is like, hey, if you want to get muscles, like, do my routine and workout. With her, we're going to get into the instruments that she has and the tactics that she has to get buff.
That's so funny.
It's too much for SpongeBob, and when he's relaxing at home after the night of pain, he sees a TV ad, which do they even exist anymore? And
I think they do.
Really?
I think they do.
Maybe. The weird ones, though. We'll actually get into some of the weird TV ads that were like around this time.
Okay.
I definitely would like to. It's interesting. Separated a bit, but he buys these inflatable muscles, shows off to all the strong members in Bikini Bottom, and gets entered into an anchor tossing competition where SpongeBob makes a fool of himself
again
and learns a lesson. I think this is a solid premise.
Yeah, this is a funny episode. Yeah. This is a funny episode for sure.
So, what was your favorite joke?
Okay, so I have a couple, but my number one is when they're doing the anchor tossing competition, and then who throws? Is it Larry that throws it, or is it Sandy that throws the third one?
Sandy throws the third.
So she throws the third one, and then I guess the guy who's supposed to measure where the anchors land,
following him.
Yeah, he's running away because the anchors start like following him around. So he's like running around, and then it just falls on him.
The crazy thing with that scene is like he was running in like zigzag areas. It was the shadows that followed him. He stopped at a certain moment and was like, ah! Like, he said, maybe if I stay here, it's like, no, it's still going.
That was funny. That was funny to me. Another one was in the beginning where Sandy is talking to SpongeBob, and then she sees like, okay, you're just lifting nothing but stuffed animals. And then like out of nowhere, she like starts flexing her muscles and like she's like super buff. Her biceps are buff. Her back is crazy.
Built.
So, yeah, she's built. What's one of yours?
All right, so kind of transitioning into that when SpongeBob is doing the workout at Sandy's and the arm cruncher, which I have no clue what that is. This I'm going to explain it for you guys. Look at a visual if you want to, if it's on Google. But this thing legit is like two gloves that are stretched out. It looks like a torture device with two cinder blocks that just go down and crunch your arms.
Right.
How that's supposed to like help you work out, I don't know.
Said the arm cruncher.
Like, is your tolerance of the
clang. It's like two big old cinder blocks just falling on your arms.
But the funniest scene in that is like Sandy is pulling SpongeBob. He sees the arm cruncher and like split second, the hand becomes a phone cord and it's like, oh, that's great, Sandy. Oh, I had to go, so like, yo,
that was hilarious.
He dipped.
It was also funny seeing like how fake the blow up arms was.
Oh my gosh,
those were hilarious. He would just like blow into his arms and they were like super jacked.
And it had a setting. I think it said like jerk. Jerk was like the highest setting.
Yeah, super hairy and stuff.
Yep.
That was funny. And they had tattoos on the arms and stuff.
Oh my gosh, when he was like the anchor tattoos, the cliche anchor tattoos. I also think the fantasy of like SpongeBob being strong, it's like low T like joke, but it was in there for like the joke.
Yeah.
But I also like when he's trying to get his arms up in the training montage and Sandy just goes ding ding and just the only thing left in the punch is like his arms.
Oh yeah, he was like
that very Looney Tunes style.
Like, yeah, they were boxing. He was like, they're up. And then
ding, ding.
Sandy just knocks him out of the ring.
took his ghost with him. His ghost, his soul.
Yeah, hilarious.
Punched out.
Just left his arms. That's it.
But yeah, no, it was solid. Yeah. Now you were saying this. Is this the first time that we hear Sandy's last name, which is Cheeks?
I can't remember her saying it in any other previous episodes.
I really feel like, because in the first appearance, she says Sandy, so she doesn't say
yourself.
Sandy Cheeks.
You know?
Yup. And I don't think they ever call her Sandy Cheeks. I wonder why they made her name Sandy Cheeks. I'm like, okay.
Or was it later in the episode where they met? But I don't know, It's just an observation. Maybe we'll have to
do a deep dive on it.
Yeah, figure that out.
So things that would change. I already got
mine. I have a couple. I just got one thing I would change, and then
let's hear it.
Actually, two things. I mean, I can just a small thing. I could definitely go without SpongeBob wearing a thong. I think he could.
When did he wear?
He was like wearing a Speedo.
Oh,
he was wearing a Speedo.
You said the thong. I was like,
well, is a Speedo not a thong?
Let me see that sponge. That sponge, baby. Got the violins. Got Patrick on the violin.
And then at the end, where it comes out that SpongeBob had the fake blow up arms. And then Sandy was just like, "Oh, okay, this is how you want to do? Come with me." And then it goes to them. Like the workout is him like changing the channel with his thumbs or whatever. But it's just like, why wouldn't you just make him work out regularly this time?
Right.
Just to have him do push-ups and just to actually get him some muscle.
Well, what's the most basic workout?
Push-ups and sit-ups.
Yeah,
and jumping jacks.
Jumping jacks.
That's it. And if you want to throw jump rope in there, then
could have done jump. Yeah, there were other exercises that you could have done, like changing the remote. Then again, this man couldn't even lift up a drink.
That is true. He couldn't lift up a drink, so it's just like, dang, you can't lift like a cup. Like that's crazy.
Yep. And that actually goes. So in that same scene when he's like doing the drink. Mm-hmm. And he's talking like, "Oh, I eat 20 raw eggs for breakfast." I'm like, okay. But the thing I would change, it's again just a technical issue. When they show that the brown buff fish, the one that has that straight looking face, they show him in like when SpongeBob looks in like the right direction, he's there. And they show him in the left direction, it's the same fish. I'm like, why are they showing the same thing?
Right.
Like the animation was getting a little skimpy with this one. they were on a budget with this one.
That's something that I would like to know. What is the beach culture like in Bikini Bottom?
Oh, in Goo Lagoon?
You know what I mean? Right. Because is Goo Lagoon like a separate neighborhood? Do people have houses there?
Nah.
Who are these? Like, who's Don the Whale and who's that brown fish? You know what I mean? And who are they to Larry the Lobster? And, do they work out together? What do they do? Blah, blah, blah. What are their jobs? I would like to know, like
where they are. They for sure work out together.
Yeah.
I feel like when it comes to, it's just like the beach,
Muscle Beach.
We live in Jersey. Shout out for anybody who's in Jersey who wants to follow us.
Yeah, follow us or we'll come see you.
And if you hate Jersey, still follow us. But the point is, I feel like it's similar to Jersey. Like, even if we live in Jersey, when it comes to the beaches, we got LBI. We have, if you want to go to the beach and AC, I guess. Wildwood. But Wildwood's one and Seaside. So I just feel like Goo Lagoon is like just a separate beach, and if people do live there,
but people live there, and also they kind of have their own separate personalities and stereotypes. Aside from other people from New Jersey and stuff.
I also
because they made the Jersey Shore because that was, even though majority of the cast wasn't from Jersey, but
facts. Well, I also wonder that too, like where Sandy fits in and all this, because you would
right.
They've openly established that Sandy is the strongest in Bikini Bottom, even though like she's neck and neck with Larry. But I'm also thinking to myself, so you would figure that Larry would, but I feel like Larry lives in Bikini Bottom.
I'm assuming he does, but you he's hardly in like other
episodes.
Unless it's like a beach episode.
Yeah, or a gathering up. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And then mean-worthy moments. So we had to actually watch this twice.
Yeah.
Because we at first didn't have one, but I think we both agreed that it's the SpongeBob lifting weights with the stuffed animals.
Yeah, for sure.
That's definitely
because I feel like I've seen that a lot on commercials and stuff. So
now it's perfect that you said that, the commercial. So SpongeBob gets these muscles from an infomercial.
Yeah.
And for anybody, and I did look it up like during this just to be like, okay, but like. This was 1999. So infomercials for any kids who didn't grow up with cable.
I feel like they were dying at that point.
And then in 99?
Like 99, think about it.
No, cable was still a thing. They were still booming.
No, because I don't
for sure, like
I would say it was
late
definitely
2000s.
I would say like it's coming to like the middle point and then like slowly, and like they had peaks and valleys because the ShamWow guy. Now that I'm thinking about
Billy Mays.
Billy Mays was like the 90s and stuff.
But that's literally like it was like the mid to late 90s. That's when like Billy Mays was blowing up.
And it just wasn't even like stuff like that. It would just be like infomercials for you remember Miss Cleo? Oh. Call me now, the Jamaican lady.
I think
who had the psychic reading,
little fruit thing on her head and whatnot.
It was like a rap. I don't know if it was a fruit thing, but she had like a rap, a Jamaican rap. She was scamming.
Really?
That wasn't real. She was scamming. I forget when she died. She died like I don't know, maybe 4 years ago, 5 years ago. But I remember watching that. Call me now.
I was gonna say the one that I remember, Hooked on Phonics was a big one.
Hilarious. And Muzzy.
Wuzzy, yeah, or Muzzy.
Muzzy. I think it was Muzzy.
Yeah, like that was big. Like when this episode came out.
Muzzy.
The egg cracker, I think it's called, where it's like you don't know how to crack eggs. Here's the egg cracker. Like,
yo,
it's just like, what?
What there was the hotlines, the talk hotlines. I was tempted.
Don't be turning on Spike TV.
I was tempted.
Don't be turning on Spike TV when Nick at Night is on.
He says Spike TV. You are so young.
At the time that Nick at Night is on.
You are so young. He says Spike TV.
Well, it's crazy because again, when future generations because he gets the muscles from the infomercial, but are kids even going to know what an infomercial is?
At some point, no, because everything. Kids don't even watch TV like that.
So that's why I'm like, listen, kids. Do yourself a favor. Take a good 30 minutes and go to YouTube. Type in most famous infomercials.
Oh my God, I might do that. They'll be in for a treat if they do that for sure.
Anybody or any Gen Z or what is it? Gen X or what? What's the newest
right now?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Whatever. Look up infomercials.
Is it the Alpha generation? Is that what it's called?
I don't know. It has.
We might be past that.
Might be. If there's a certain order, but I know that we're at an age where I don't even think cable commercials. They probably still do infomercials, but it's probably like QVC or something like that.
That's always been around, but that's different. That's different though. It ain't the same.
Order it on video cassette or now new on DVD. Back when
they're like 1-800-555-5599.
Oh, wait a minute. That's another thing. I bet you I know how much those muscles cost. $19.99.
Always.
Or $19.95.
$19.95 plus shipping and
I love how they tied that in.
Yeah.
You can buy this now for the incredible low price of $19.99, not $50, not $40, but $19.99 plus shipping and handling.
They would get it'll be like in 4 installments of $19.99, which is literally like the same.
The same price.
Yeah.
It's not $80. It's 4 payments of $19.99 plus shipping. And if you call now, we'll give you a double one for free.
Literally, right? Literally. Oh God, they would put a extra one for free.
No, but I love that little side voice.
Push it again.
Yo.
Oh my God, I missed those.
This was a sleeper hit because I remember this back in the day, but I don't remember how good it was. I was like, this is a solid episode.
Yeah.
All right, and tying into The next episode, Squidward the Unfriendly Ghost.
Yeah, this one was a sleeper too. This whole episode is a sleeper.
I'm telling you, it was a bop.
Yeah.
So SpongeBob and Patrick are playing some game.
Yeah.
They're over here blowing a chess piece and climbing up a coral reef, blowing a bubble that says G7, but it's not Tuesday. But and while they're doing that, Squidward is like, "What are you doing?" Yeah. You know, they throw, I think, something in the window from the game, and they go
a shell. It was a shell.
They destroy the sculpture, and they think that they killed Squidward. So Squidward gets out of the shower with powder on and looks like a ghost. So he's like, you know what? I'm gonna take this at my advantage, and I'm gonna make them think I'm a ghost to have SpongeBob and Patrick do my every will. Through that, he's just messing with them.
Yeah, and of course.
That's pretty much it. Like, it's just hijink after hijink of like, oh, like, you know, I'll have SpongeBob and Patrick do this, leading into SpongeBob coming up with the conclusion that they have to put Squidward to rest.
Yeah,
to keep his
because of spirit,
right. So yeah. So what was your favorite joke in this?
I got a few. My favorite joke is when what's it called? I guess they had come to the realization that Squidward's spirit needs to be put to rest, and then Patrick is like, I know all about ghosts, or whatever he said. He was like, believe.
While the thing's melting.
Me. No, he said, I know all about brain injuries.
Brain injuries.
I know all about brain injuries. And he was like, believe.
That deep cut.
And all this freaking, like, spit came from his mouth. He's like,
drool.
Me. I was like, take him to the hospital right now.
Yes. Patrick is the shining example of somebody that's, he was dropped.
Yeah, he was definitely dropped for sure.
He said, oh, he's pushing up daisies. Oh, I thought he was dead.
That was funny.
But
I like the, what's it called? Oh my God, fetcheth me some nourishment. I used to say that. Oh my God, I used to say that in my real life. Like fetcheth, cometh heareth, and
we were talking
all
about
that.
Old timer.
Right. So fetcheth me some nourishment is like one of my favorites. And then when Patrick was copying SpongeBob.
Oh no, the other thing.
Never mind.
I have an idea.
Why are you doing that? Why was he doing that?
It's not the first time either. He has a whole episode where he's copying.
Funny.
I think my favorite joke in this episode is gotta be the cherry pie. So when they're given so Squidward is demanding all these things, like with food. Yeah. And he's
basically making them do their bidding.
Exactly.
His bidding or whatever.
And Squidward's like, a cherry pie. And out of nowhere, Patrick just pulls out this pie out of nowhere. And Squidward's like, where'd you get that? I found it. Well, go find it again.
I found it.
And then it goes to an overnight transition, like with SpongeBob trying to play the tissue, and then randomly in the episode, Patrick has the pie. He's like, "Hey, I found it!" Right. And throws it in his face.
That's crazy.
I'm like, wow, it was just spot on.
Yeah, that was funny.
I don't know why, as a kid, never got this joke. It's just when Squidward's getting moved, and it's like, oh, too cold, too wet, and then it's like too hot. To lose the track, and I'm just
I have no idea what that is.
Well, I'm sure it's a famous musical, but like they put fish heads on them. But I get it, but it's like to lose the track. The screen legit when it's alright, so again, it looks like a normal Bikini Bottom like background. Yeah. But when they're walking, it goes into like
a night, like it's like a
18th century record.
Something like that.
Doing the can.
Doing the can, right, exactly.
And I'm just like, what is
like
this?
Like an 1800s magazine or something like that with with can girls. And I don't know what Loose the Track is. I have no idea what that is.
I'm about to look this up after this.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Because I put that as like a pinpoint, like I need to look.
Because like that was such a a nuanced joke. Like, why would they put that in there?
Oh, I'll also say this: Mr. Krabs has like one of the best. His only line in the episode, but when SpongeBob announces to everybody that Squidward's dead. So, all of his friends and the people in Bikini Bottom come over. Mr. Krabs like, Squidward, we came as soon as we heard you were dead.
That is crazy. No, he said when we made sure.
We made sure you were dead.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Mr. Krabs is trying to get the dough. He's like, what did Squidward leave me?
He said we came
dastardly
as soon as we were sure you were dead. I said...
He's like, he put the help wanted sign up in the thing. He's like, I'm going to pay the new person half price. He was ready.
He probably kept his paycheck. Wow.
Paycheck. He won't be needing
this. Wow, that's insane. Wow.
And then, so what would you change?
I wouldn't change anything in this episode.
Okay.
I just have questions, really. One, and you were talking about it earlier, what game were they playing?
Listen, so these are the clues that I picked up.
It would have been nice if they had like a name for that game.
So it started off with him saying, on your mark, get set, go. They threw a bowling alley in a mousetrap thing. While that's going on, Patrick is blowing chess pieces while SpongeBob
broke a rock in half and said, right. What, you lost 3, what?
No, first he says G7. And then he says G7 king me, and
what's the name? SpongeBob climbs up a coral
tree.
Yeah, it was like
what game is this?
What game are they playing?
And the crazy thing is when Squidward's like, "What are you doing? What game are you guys doing? We don't know."
They were like, "We don't know." They were just making stuff up. That's insane.
I feel like there were 2 things that I would have. I guess that's the stupidity of it.
Oh my God, that's funny.
It's like, you could change it. But I'll tell you what. Now, maybe it's only because, first off, watch our Halloween episode because I feel like we tell a better backstory for the Flying Dutchman than what this show did.
Oh, yeah.
So in the last episode that we did, which was our Halloween episode, we mentioned that the Flying Dutchman, I don't know if he has an origin.
Yeah, we were talking about, the origin. The fan.
Right, and apparently the origin is he was like somehow his ghost ended up in a store.
No, technically that was before, right?
Well, that's the thing. He was already a flying ghost, so he was in a store as a mannequin, and then he said, "I'm tired of this," and then he said, "I'm just going to haunt the 7 seas."
Oh, so wait. So, no, he was already dead. Oh, no, he was a captain. Then he died.
They never said that. He was already dead in the backstory.
So he was already dead in the backstory?
Right.
And then after that, he was just like, okay, they disrespect my body. I'm going to just...
haunt the 7 seas.
Okay.
Terrible origin.
Yeah.
We won't say it here, but listen to our Halloween episode. I feel like we have a better backstory.
Yeah, for sure.
So I would have changed that. I'm just like, it was so random too. Like, what does Squidward even have this like a comic book in his when they were cleaning up his thing?
Right, like he would never read a comic book.
Right.
And also, how much money does he make? He had an elevator in his house.
He had a whole elevator.
He had an elevator in there.
He said, "Yo, no wonder why Mr. Krabs was trying to get." But he was like, "I came as soon as I knew you were dead."
Yo, that's crazy.
Because he's like, "I'm giving Squidward too much."
Yo, that's
crazy.
Yeah, Squidward's life is like
he's bougie.
He's very bougie. So it's like, yo, where are you getting all this money to, just chill and play the clarinet? You're making wax figures of yourself.
For real.
You're just doing nothing but luxuriating. You know what I mean? Like, what is your life like? He's chilling in the bathtub with like having spa dates every day.
Like the powder.
Painting? He's painting?
Listen, that seniority at the Krusty Krabs, it pays.
That's insane.
And then meme-worthy moment, it's got to be the...
There's like 3 of them.
Well, the one I was going to say is the butt Squidward thing where it's just like the fat sculpture thing. Yeah. That's my meme. You said the scene where SpongeBob's looking back.
Yeah, when, what's it called? When SpongeBob goes down what's it called?
The hallway.
Yeah, the hallway, because Squidward is making them clean his closet.
Yeah.
So he goes down the hallway, and then he's like looking back. That part where he looks back is a meme.
I need to see that.
You can type it in right now.
I mean, I'll probably. What's your third one while I'm looking that up? I thought I had 3, but it was just 2. You don't have another one? Nah, that was it.
Oh, okay.
And see, even for the looking back meme, it's the dude at the restaurant.
No, that's not what. No, hold on. I'm trying to find it. Yeah, here it is, right here.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
All right, interesting. Well, I learned something new today when it comes. I feel like that just proves there's always a meme-worthy moment. Always.
Not always.
Well,
there was one episode that there wasn't. I'm trying to remember what it was. I think it was. Was it the Squidward? Or was it the? Actually, no.
It might have been back in the day. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. Any final thoughts?
No. That's it.
All right. So, yeah, that's it.
All right, that's it.
So that concludes another episode of Bikini Bottom Banter.
Yep.
So be sure to listen to the fish that will be coming up for how you can follow us and subscribe. So until next time, this is Jared.
This kills.
All right, another episode of Bikini Bottom Banter in the bag.
Thanks for tuning in to another fantastic episode of Bikini Bottom Banter. Don't forget to follow Bikini Bottom Banter on TikTok and Instagram for even more content. Subscribe to them on YouTube and Anchor, plus turn on bell notifications to be updated on their latest episode. And if you've got your own jellyfishing stories or favorite Spongebob moments, remember to share them with us. You might just hear them on our next episode. So until then, stay bubbly, keep smiling, and remember, subscribe to Bikini Bottom Banter to know all the under the sea.